to talk about like how I found you. So, I was like still fairly new to TikTok, so I was just like looking up Monsta X TikToks or whatever, and then I think the first TikTok I found of yours was when you. It was the TikTok that said like, "Oh, I said I am's full name wrong," and you did that edit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that was funny because I was like, same.
It's a hard one.
Yeah,
Trying to get better.
yeah. It took me years to say his name correctly.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then I started like next thing you know, I just started looking through your TikToks. I was like, oh wow, this girl's cool.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, and then of course, I followed you, and here we are. I'm doing an interview with you.
And it's fun.
Yes.
It's nice to meet you in person too.
Um, Yeah, okay, we're not doing glasses. Hi everyone, it's your girl Alexa. Welcome to my channel. If you see a prom dress in the background, just ignore it. It's not my old prom dress. I actually never been to prom. But whose prom dress that is, I don't know, mind your business. That's not what we're here to talk about. So, I'm going to be interviewing a TikToker named Reese. She is a TikToker. I don't know if that's like an actual word, but yeah, but she's mostly known for doing Monsta X TikToks on her TikTok. She starts challenges, does transitions, and give you guys updates on what MONSTA X is doing. So I'm interviewing her just to try to get to know her. So this video was kind of like inspired by It's Keisha. So there was like a period of time where It's Keisha used to interview YouTubers and try to get to know them and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what the real inspiration was. I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. I kind of want to do that. Maybe with like, people who I find interesting as well, not just with K-pop, but maybe with Disney, maybe like something with true crimes, maybe. It's just like a thought, just imagining, you never know what could happen. So yeah, hopefully in the future I can find, people to interview who I find interesting on the internet, like YouTubers, TikTokers, or, any of them. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the interview.
Hi, I'm Reese. I make TikToks about Monsta X.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
How did you get into K-pop? Spill the tea.
Here's the tea. So, 2015, let me set the scene. I think it was summer break or winter break. It was a break of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
And I was scrolling through YouTube, as one does. So I was 15. And I watched a lot of BuzzFeed, and there was a BuzzFeed video. And it was Eugene Lee Yang talking about like the different roles in K-pop. So like he was dressing up as like certain people.
Mm-hmm.
And for the dancer one, he had on a red wig and like a white tank top and like loose shorts or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody in the comments was saying, he looks like Jimin from BTS. He looks like Jimin from BTS. So I was like, who the hell? What's a Jimin? So naturally I looked up because I was bored and I watched Dope, the music video for Dope. And then I was just hooked. Like I saw the dancing since I had been a dancer for a couple years and I just always liked music. So I got hooked. And so I watched all of the BTS content I possibly could.
Really?
And then, yeah, then the rest is history. Now I'm where I am now.
So wait, you said you got into K-pop in 2015, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was 19.
Dang.
Right? Wow.
Age difference, kind of wild.
Yeah. So how did you get into Monsta X?
So I have a really good friend of mine from high school. And we met because I had an EXO keychain on my thing. We met in an English class. She's like, oh my God, do you like K-pop? I was like, yeah. So we started to talk a little bit more. And she's like, hey, I got these tickets to go see. We had been to a BTS concert together prior, but in 2019, she's like, hey, I have an extra ticket to go see Monsta X in LA. Do you want to come? And I was like, sure. So I knew of Monsta X to a certain degree. Like I had seen Hero when it first came out, but that was still when I was like baby K-pop fan because I didn't even realize there were other groups. Like I didn't know the culture behind it because I didn't have Twitter or anything. I just watched YouTube videos. And so I knew of Monsta X and I was like, yeah, I know the members. Like at that point, I knew that I kind of like Minhyuk. So I was like, yeah, I'm down. Let's go. And so we went to see them at the Staples Center and they just were so good at performing on stage that they kind of hooked me. Like I shit you not. I don't know if you're gonna allow cussing in here. Sorry.
Hey,
I crap you
okay.
not.
It's okay.
They were just so good. Like their stage presence was amazing. The songs, and I remember the entire drive back from LA to Northern California, where I'm from, and where we're both from. I had them on Spotify. Like I was listening to it and we were listening to all of the songs. So they were really cool. So yeah, it was a concert that got me hooked.
Nice. So your first experience like seeing MONSTA X and getting to get into them was a concert?
Mm-hmm.
That's
and let me tell you, that's the best way to become a MONBEBE because you see them at their
Whoa.
best right off the bat.
Yo, that's wow. Wow. That's like, because usually people are like, oh, I saw this video, I saw this interview, but you went to a concert.
Yeah. And it was, I'm so glad that she had that extra ticket. Like, she's a G. We've been to other concerts since then, but she's awesome.
Shit, I wish one of my friends were like, yo, you want to go to a concert with me, but for free? Tell us, who is your bias in MONSTA X?
Clearly, it's very hard to just stay loyal. I have 3 currently. But it first started out with being Changyun, IM.
고양이 보러 올래?
I'm gonna just call him IM because it's easier. We know.
Yes,
we know.
yes.
IM because I don't know. I liked his vibe a lot. Mm-hmm. Like I also like because I started to watch the MONSTA X-Ray stuff right off the bat, and the way that he like was a little quirky. I really liked that, and like I liked his voice and I liked how he looked. So I like the way he thinks. So I liked him, and then. Come around when? I think it was around Love Killa. I was like, oh, Kihyun. Hello. Like, what's up? And that same friend that took me to the concert, her bias is Kihyun. Mine was IM. And so we always had a soft spot. Like, I considered Kihyun my wrecker for a long time. And then he just kind of like was like, he dropped Voyager, left like that whole area. I was like, oh, hey, you're up there.
Yeah.
So he became my second. And then after seeing them in LA for their most recent tour, Juhan's stage presence just shite.
Yeah.
He got me. He kind of grabbed me by the throat and was like, hey, you're gonna pay attention to me now. So I consider that those are my 3 biases. I'm
not gonna lie, that sounds like something out of Euphoria, but okay. What inspired you to make MONSTA X TikTok videos?
So it started because similar to how I got into K-pop in general, I was bored and I was lonely because it was a summer during like the pandemic, I think, that I started to actively make more. And I think it was my moral of the story. I was in college. I had my roommates
and they were roommates.
Most of my roommates left. And the one roommate that lived there had an opposite schedule than me.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
So I was pretty much always alone in the house and I never really saw anybody. So I was really bored. And like, I always enjoyed making videos in general because in high school and in college, like I took some classes on just like videos and social media. So I was like, why not? And so I started to make videos just in my little college bedroom. And it was fun. Those ones weren't the ones that did very well. Like when I first started, it was always just videos of the like, do you know this MONSTA X song? And like, I would just fangirl essentially.
Right.
So those are the videos that started. It didn't start getting more creative until later, but that was how it started.
Nice. So, which leads me to my next question. If you remember, what was the one video that blew up that got more attention and a lot of followers started coming in?
Yeah. So it was my Heart series. I don't know if you saw that, but it was where it was like how X K-pop group would react to you giving them your heart.
Yes.
And so the first one I did was MONSTA X Naturally. And somebody commented and they're like, oh, can you do one for Stray Kids? And I don't necessarily consider myself a stay. Like I don't know a whole lot, but I had watched a couple of variety shows and I knew of their music. So I was like, yeah, why not? Like I was hesitant to do another group because I'm very afraid of fans being mad about misrepresentation. So that's why I was so like hesitant to do it. But I did it. I said, fuck it. It's a heartwarming thing. And so I did that video and the Stray Kids heart one popped off, so to speak. It was the first one that had more. Like I think it had like 60,000, which for me at the views, which for me at the time was like, whoa, that's a lot. Like I don't even know what it has currently, but I remember that one being like, what is this? Like people were commenting, people were being very nice, and I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. And then I made that a series with other K-pop groups.
Right. So
yeah.
Was Stray Kids the whole time?
Ironically, yes. But the idea came because my MONSTA X one got like 11,000 views, which was the biggest I had gotten so far. But then after Stray Kids, it was like, which I posted them, I think like 3 days apart from each other. So 11K to 60K views. And I was like, oh, whoa, that's weird. So.
Wow. So that's really ironic. Like that's like I was thinking like it was gonna be a Monsta X TikTok, but no, it was wow.
Yeah.
What is your favorite TikTok that you uploaded?
I have a lot. I don't post videos unless I like them. So like I like all the videos that I post. I probably how Monsta X would react to you coming home late or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I really liked that one. Like I think I liked it because a lot of people were giving me compliments in the comments in that they were like, you did a really good job. Like I see it. Like I see like it looks like the members are doing it. Like you channel your inner, which I guess as somebody who I'm not necessarily going to say that I like acting, but like it's fun to portray that kind of stuff. So to hear that it was doing well was really nice. Or my mini MVs, any of the 3 that I've posted, I really like because those take a lot of time.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that when you create like how Monsta X would do this, I definitely do see. I was like, wait, did I just see I am in her kitchen room? I was like, wait, what? The juicy part. What was the most embarrassing TikTok you've ever made?
The heart series.
Really? Wait, really?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my other videos I'm not that embarrassed about. But that one, I look back on it and I'm like, yeah, it's a little cringy. But I'm also like, fuck it, it made people happy. So it's okay if I look back at it and I feel like it's cringy. Because it was, but it also like, it was cringy coming from a good place. So like, I'm a little embarrassed about it now, but I'm not like, oh, I need to delete it off the internet kind of embarrassed. It's like, that was who I was when I started doing this, and this is where I am now. It's a little different. So yeah, probably the heart series, any of the heart series.
Right. But
I like them, but they're a little cringe.
Yeah, but they're still good. They're still good. I guess like in the moment it's just like, okay, all right. But it makes someone happy. Someone is happy watching it.
Exactly. And that's kind of how I rationalized it, because I was like, if I get a couple comments saying this is cringy, this is stupid, are you fucking kidding me? What are you doing with your life? But it made so many more people be like, oh, that actually made me feel kind of warm inside or like happy. Then it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not like you're doing anything crazy, like, I don't know, using like trying to be like, oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna avoid that if I can.
Yeah, please don't do that. Chill, Alexa. So when you went to the Monsta X concert in New York and in LA, did any MONBEBEs recognize you? And if they did, please tell me the story.
Yes, it was really fun. So in New York, I was with another girl who hadn't seen my TikTok before, because I won a giveaway to go for a ticket in LA. She had an extra ticket. She was like, on Twitter, I'm gonna do a giveaway. So I entered the giveaway, ended up winning. And so she didn't know that I had a TikTok, and she didn't really know what I looked like. But like we met up, and as we're there it was so sweet. There were so many people like were in line to get the VIP thing, and people will do like, I call it the drive-by. They'll be like, I love your videos, as they would walk by, and I was like, oh, thank you. And like, it was really nice. And I remember I met Rachel, who now I talk to pretty frequently in New York. Like, it was so funny. We like crossed paths like 7 times. Like we kept seeing each other, but she came up with some of her friends and she was like, oh my God, are you Reese? I was like, yeah. She's like, I love your videos. I was like, oh my God. Like, I didn't know how to handle it. I was like, thank you.
I am shooketh.
I had to like, I try and ask the usernames of the people, because like I don't know their actual name. It's, oh my God, it is so weird, because I was walking around the like venue looking for my friend, and mind you, I'm in a place that I have never been before. Like, I'd been in New York, but I hadn't been there before.
Yeah.
And so to have people like be in a place that you've never been before and have somebody yell your name and it's not somebody that you know,
right,
was trippy. Like, it was cool, but like I was walking around and somebody goes, Reese, and I was like, huh? And they were like, I love your videos. I was like, oh my God, hi. Like, it was surreal.
We're too famous, I can't go here anymore.
Yeah, so that was New York, and the friend that I was with, she was like, are you like famous or something? I was like, no, I just make TikTok videos. She's like, oh, cool. Wow, this is weird. People are like coming up to you. I was like, I know, it's a little cool. It's a little weird, but like, I like it. And then in New York, not New York, I just talked about New York, in LA.
Yes.
It was very fun. So I was since I had been to an LA event before, like for Monsta X, I had knew some people. So I got to meet them. and like catch up and everything. And like as I'm walking around, people would be like, "Oh my god, I absolutely love your videos," or like, "I follow you on TikTok." Or it was really sweet when we sat down. There was a girl, a younger girl, and her mom, and they go. The mom comes by. The daughter's like anxiously waiting in the back, and she says, "My daughter absolutely loves your videos." And the daughter was like,
Aww.
and I was like, "Hi." So that was really nice. And somebody out of the blue, very sweet, but it was very surreal, comes up and they're like, "Can I take a picture with you?" They didn't say it was because of TikTok either. I was just kind of like, maybe you like my fit. Like, I don't want to be presuming that you like, I didn't want to assume that they watched my TikTok and be like, "Oh my god, do you want to TikTok followers?" Because that would be weird. I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." And so she gets her phone ready and I was like, "And just to be sure, is this because you follow my TikTok?" She's like, "Oh my god, yeah, I forgot to say that." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So we took a picture. And it was funny because I was with somebody who I met in line who didn't know of my TikTok either because she didn't have a TikTok. But we were just chilling. And then she was like, why are people are you a celebrity?
You got recognized by your peoples, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, you won 2 video calls with I Am and Kiki. So, can you tell us like the story, like meeting them? How was that like?
Yeah, so I Am was first, and that one was the Live by Live. It was for the Dreaming, so it wasn't like you had to buy albums. You just had to manage to get a ticket, which I managed to get. And that one was a 45-second call, so it was very fast.
Yeah.
And I was at home with my family, and so like my boyfriend and I were staying there for some reason. But I was like, "Andre, get out of the room!" Like I had to kick him out of the room so that I could like mentally get ready. And so, yeah, mentally got ready. I was really nervous. I was like screen recording. I was like, I had a phone over here. I had screen recording on here. And then I had another device recording audio just in case like shit hit the fan, because I've heard that that's an issue. Because I wanted to have the memory of it. And so when I actually got to meeting him, it was very like, it's just like talking to a dude. Like I had to keep reassuring myself, like, he's just a dude. Like, don't lose your head. Like, yeah, he's famous and he's really cool and he makes really cool music and he's like awesome. But at the end of the day, he's a dude. Like, it's okay. Like, that's how I like rationalized not being super nervous, which I was shaking out of excitement anyway. But it's just he was chill. Like he started the phone call like this. And then he got like into the conversation. So I was like, "Oh, we're chill vibes. Like you started like this. Okay, we're calm." So that one was a really brief little interaction. I got to let him know like that I saw them when they were at the pop-up shop. And I got to explain what this meant, which was really nice.
Do you know what this means?
Rock and roll.
It actually means "I love you" in sign language.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm too shy to really say it, but here you go. You get both.
Everybody, they always think it means rock and roll, which I guess culturally maybe it is rock and roll over there, but this is the rock and roll sign. This is "I love you" in America, at least. So I got to explain that, and it was very sweet because at the end he was like, "You get both, you get double." Aww. Like it was really cute. And yeah, he said I either had really pretty hair or really pretty hands. I don't know which one it was because I couldn't tell how he said it, but I got a comment, which was nice, but I was like, "Thanks, man." So that was I Am. Very, very brief, 45 seconds, but it was still a really good experience. And then with Kihyun, did the group order, managed to get it. And so that was 2 minutes long of a video call. And to set the scene, I had to do that video call when I was at work.
What?
So, yeah. So I'm sitting in my office and... So my job, I make commercials and like stuff needs to go on air. Like I have a very short time period and deadline. And so I finished all of my work and I got everything done and I checked and everything. I was like, "We're good. That means I can sit here, have my setup and like be ready and anxious and waiting." So I had a ring light in my office that I set on my desk and I just did it there. But I'm waiting for the phone call. They had like texted me. They're like, "Hey, you're next up in line. Get ready." And right after they sent that message to me, the intercom at my office goes off and they're like, well, they call me Emma because that's my first name. They're like, "Emma, please dial 3249. Emma, please dial 3249. I was like, "Oh my fucking God.
No.
This is an emergency. Like something's wrong and I'm going to like miss the opportunity." So I was like immediate panic. I called, I had to stop the recording and I was like, hello, hi, yeah, it wasn't an issue. So like, it was fine. And I was like, oh, that's actually okay. That's fine. I'm actually waiting for a really important phone call. So I kind of got to go by. And so I had to end the phone call. And right after that happened, I went back to like getting it set up and being ready. And then I had to wait and I had to wait and I had to wait. I waited for 10 minutes because something was going on or like a phone call ran long or something. And so I was like, did they forget about me? Like, what's going on? I was like, they said I was next, but it's been 15 minutes since they said I was next. If each call is only 2 minutes, what's going on? So I was like, I had the panic of the phone call, like, am I about to miss it in general? And then I had did they forget about me? Like, did they skip me? Why haven't I been contacted? So I typed out, did you forget about me in the messenger thing so that staff could see it? And right after I sent that, they called me and I was like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
So I had gone through a roller coaster of emotions before that call. And like, if you watch the video, I'm really pink in my cheeks during the call. And that's not just because I was excited to meet him. It was because I was losing my shit 10 minutes prior. And so I was like panicking. He shows up and I'm like, oh my God, hi. But because the only experience I had had with a video call prior was 45 seconds, I was like, gotta go. To the point where I didn't necessarily run out of things to say, but I was like, there was a moment when I was like, oh fuck, what am I gonna say? Like, I don't know what to say next. And then luckily he was super sweet. He's like, anything you want.
Oh, I don't know what else to say. I'm so nervous.
Anything.
I'll see you in concert.
Anything that you want. Oh, which concert?
New York and LA.
Wow. And just 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I know it's gonna be so exciting. Are you excited?
Nearly soon.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, good.
So then the conversation continued, but it was very different experiences in the time, time duration of them.
Yeah.
But both of them were awesome. Like, it was just really cool. Like, again, reminding myself that they're just dudes. Like, don't treat them like they're inhuman. So yeah, they were really cool.
Wow, that second story kind of like made me nervous.
Oh, I was so nervous.
I was about to be like, what do you mean you have another call? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was scared.
Did you ever tell that story on your TikTok?
I mentioned it in a live once, but I was like, I hesitate to bring up a lot of stuff with the video calls or like concert experiences because I don't want to seem like I'm bragging or rubbing it in people's faces because sometimes it can be interpreted as that. So I kind of like, after it had happened, I was like, I'm just going to let bygones be bygones. I'm not going to mention it again. I'm not going to make another video about it because I don't want people to be like, that's the only thing she talks about. Because I don't know. I just don't want to seem like I'm being braggy or anything.
This is like the first time officially we've heard it.
It's an exclusive.
Okay, cool.
It's an Alexa exclusive.
Thank you. Yeah, and you know what's funny? When I went to the Dreaming concert and we did send off and the high touch. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Not high touch. When we saw MONSTA X in the "It's Gonna Be Me" video from and the little dog.
You right?
When I saw them, my heart was beating when I was like walking towards them. And then when I saw them, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I feel like there's some kind of like sense of like calm once you're right in front of them. You're like, I don't need to be nervous. Like, what's up? I'm like, I'm gonna wave to you for 2 seconds and then I'm gonna go to the next one. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's a thing that I've heard from other people too, where it's like they get nervous leading up to it, and then when they're there, they're like, I'm here. They're just dudes.
Yeah, they're just dudes. You know,
they're dudes in plastic boxes.
In sync plastic boxes. You did mention this in your TikTok video about like what you learned from MONSTA X, but I want to know how does MONSTA X inspire you?
I started working out, like on surface level. So yeah, I started to work out. Mainly focused on like my arms and just like general. I've like tried to take a little bit more of a health forward stance, like being more conscious of what I eat because I know that they're so like aware of what they eat and everything like that, and working out. So I've started to do that. And then also just like, they help me feel more creative because like I'll get into like ruts, so to speak, where it's like I don't have any creativity, I don't have any inspiration, and like I'll go back and watch videos, like whether it be interviews or I don't necessarily watch V Lives, but I'll watch like variety shows or just something. Like I'll consume some of their content, and for some reason there will be things that happen that I'm like, oh wait, that's like a good idea. Like I could, like, it'll spark something in me again. So that's one thing, and they also just make me happy.
Aww.
They've also helped me learn to like be okay with myself. And so what if I have shorter hair now than I used to, and like, so what if I dress a little bit weirder than I used to? I care about how I dress more, in that don't care what other people think, like that kind of thing. So I've learned a lot from them. I want to learn how to make music too, but that's like a lot of work.
Underscore Lenny16 asks, what do your friends and family think about like you liking K-pop?
So my ex did not like the fact that I like K-pop. He didn't really care. So hence why he's not the only reason he's an ex, but no. Mm-hmm. But my family, we've always been very like, my dad and I specifically have always been very open with music. Mm-hmm. And so he will actually be like, hey, you got any more like songs to show me? And like, he'll show me, we'll have little days like when I go visit him, we'll sit down and we'll watch on TV music videos. Like I'll show him some MONSTA X ones or a solo one, and then he'll show me some band ones. So like he doesn't necessarily understand everything about K-pop, but he's not like, oh, fuck that. He's like open to learning about it, and he has learned about it. So family, and my mom too. She doesn't care as much about music, but she's like, oh, how are your K-pop boys doing? It's like, they're good. Thanks for asking. And my friends, my best friend who doesn't like K-pop has started getting K-pop videos on her For You page on TikTok because of me, because of my videos. So she's like, I keep getting, and she'll send them to me. She'll be like, who's this? And I'll be like, oh, that's, and she's like, oh, cool. I like them. So, and she likes Blackpink. So she like is somewhat familiar, but she's not a K-pop fan. And same with my boyfriend. Like every time that he picks me up from work, he will play MONSTA X songs as soon as I get in the car. And like, because he knows that I like it, and he knows that it'll make my day happier. So they're all like, while they may not all understand the nuance of it, everybody in my life has been very much so like, oh, that's cool. Like my coworkers too. They're like, they decorated my office with K-pop boys for my birthday. Because I come in later than them. So they went above and beyond. It was very sweet. K-pop and Taylor Swift, because I turned 22. But so yeah, everybody in my life, like I've been lucky to be surrounded by people that don't judge me for it. And if they do judge me, I just stop talking to them.
Period.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, which leads me to my other question. Besides MONSTA X, what other groups do you like to listen to?
Good question. So MONSTA X has me completely by the throat, to the point where sometimes I'm like, what is life without them? But I listen to some other groups. Like I like NCT Dream, NCT in general, but NCT Dream because they're close to my age, and I don't know, I think that they're really cool. I'm looking over at my albums, so I really like BTS has a soft spot in my heart because they were the group that got me into K-pop. I like Pentagon a lot. I like CIX a lot. My friend has started to show me Kingdom. I haven't fully gotten into them, but I do like them. What else? Pentagon, ATEEZ. I like ATEEZ. And all of these other groups that I'm naming are groups that I'm like, I've gotten into at one point and like thoroughly like learned the members and everything, but I don't necessarily follow up on. So I don't know if it's considered a stan, but I like enjoy their music and I enjoy the members. I also really like girl group wise Twice and ITZY a lot. Mamamoo and EXID from way back when, their music slapped. Idol as well. And like some of the 4th gen girl groups, I don't necessarily know the members or know the group names super well, but I've liked the music that they put out. Like Stacy and IVE, like I don't know the members, but I like the music. You're right. So yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you and my friend Fatima would definitely get along.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel like you both will like definitely kick. I feel like when you mentioned, because ATEEZ is her ultimate bias group, she'd be like, oh my god, I'm just acting like her. Oh my god, I love ATEEZ. My bias is that. Yeah.
Oh, 17. I forgot about 17. I like them too.
Yes. What was your favorite MONSTA X experience that you got to go to or attend to?
So I'd say it's a tie between the LA concert and the LA. Oh no, wait. Oh no. Like actual their experience. The LA concert was awesome, but like full experience wise, they had a pop-up shop, like a pop-up mini concert in San Francisco that I went to when I first started to get into them right before the pandemic had hit. And that's the one where I danced on the same stage as them before they were on stage, which ended up me being in the movie. So that was like a really like memorable experience. And then the pop-up shop, like I called it my MONSTA X weekend, because we went to go see the movie The Dreaming in theaters in LA, and we went to the pop-up shop and meet and greet in LA, and like it was just overall a really fun experience that my boyfriend and I had in Hollywood, and like I got to meet other fans, and like it was that one, full experience wise, is a really happy memory for me. And then yeah, so there's like 3.
Nice.
It's really hard to pick.
Question, how many MONSTA X albums do you have? Do you have like everything?
I have all of their Korean releases, every version. And then I have All About Love. I have all 4 versions of The Dreaming. I have their solo stuff. Like I have all 3 versions of Key and solo stuff. I have some Kinos, and I have some of the like member CDs and special edition stuff. So yeah, I have a pretty decent chunk.
My next question is, do you think, like, you know, I mean, I know as fangirls, we could, like, you know, be like, ooh, what if Monsta X did this? Like, do you think Monsta X seen your TikToks?
I don't know, man. I can guarantee that somebody who works for the team has seen one of mine, in that, well, they've seen 2 of them. Because one, I got featured in the little, like, MONBEBE, whatever, like, a thing on their Twitter account from one of my TikTok videos. And then I was coming at their TikTok account for misspelling TikTok. TikTio, if you remember the series where every day I duetted with a screenshot. So I assumed that they probably saw that, because I kept adding them and I was like, fix it, please. And then they fixed it. So somebody on their team has seen my videos. I don't know if the members themselves have, solely because I don't know if they use TikTok.
I mean,
like,
I feel like
if there was evidence that they did, I'd be like, maybe. But I feel like they just don't really, like, Juhan, maybe. But I don't know about anybody else.
They probably have like their secret accounts for like obvious reasons, but
yeah,
I'm pretty sure they have.
If there's anybody, it would probably be Juhan, because he said that he likes to watch fan stuff, and I feel like he's the most likely to have a TikTok account.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like his energy fits TikTok, so like he'd watch TikTok.
Definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so like if there's anybody, it would be him. But even then, like, a girl can dream. I don't know if it's considered a dream, but it's like, yeah, it'd be cool if they did. But because I put a lot of work into it. But if they don't, that's fine too, because they do it for fans.
Right. How do you come up with your ideas for your videos?
I go on TikTok a lot.
There we go. That's it.
I try, like, I'll be scrolling through videos, and if I notice that there's a sound or a trend that's happening, I think, how can I MONSTA Xify this? Like, how can I apply this to my niche? So like I just scroll a lot, and then I'll see ones, I'm like, oh, I'll save that sound. Oh, I'll film this video. Or like for the months, like the more series based ones, like the mini MV, the heart, the how MONSTA X would react, I'll either look at like comments, and then that'll trigger ideas, or I'll just be like, oh, I haven't seen content like this before. Why don't I make it? Like for MONSTA X's stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like what I notice is not on the app already, or what I notice how I can like K-popify a trend, or MONSTA Xify a trend.
Got it.
So yeah, or like I'll just be like doing something, and I'll be like, this would make for a funny video. Like sometimes they're just random strokes of inspiration.
Nice. Yeah. Like it's really cool how you like try trends and stuff like that. Like for example, the whole show the MONBEBE and then show the MONSTA X member. A lot of people did those because that was all over my For You page. And
yeah,
go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I wanted to give credit. I didn't come up with that. I accidentally made the sound my own, but it was somebody else's sound. It was for different K-pop groups.
Oh, really?
Like there was, I think it was 18 show the 18 show the teaser. Like it was 80s. And I saw that and I was like, oh, cool. Which is why in the caption, I tried to like credit it, but I realized I accidentally posted it without the sound because I edited it in a different app. So when I posted it, it made it my own sound. And I was like, I didn't make this, please. It's not mine.
Oh no. All right. So we
But
got
yeah.
it, we got it out there. So it wasn't by her. It was by someone else. So
Yes.
yes. But yeah, like it's like cool that when you start the trend. Like I like the wifey trend that you did.
Oh
that
yeah.
one time. Yeah.
Transition.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess that's all the questions we have. Would you like to say anything to your followers or anything?
Thanks for watching. Keep loving Monsta X.
Period. All right.
And check out my TikTok.
Well, thank you so much for joining. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you.